Right, we're going to start off looking at some idioms. The definition of idiom: a group of words in a fixed order that have a particular meaning that is different from the meanings of each word on its own. Idioms may be used in both spoken or written language. As I said before, they have a different meaning from each individual word in the idiom. And they have a figurative meaning, and that means that the idiom is describing something that is like something else. It is not a literal meaning. Right, so the first one is be at the crossroads. And this means be at a point in life when an important decision has to be made. And you can see the picture of a crossroad or the crossroads, and the person has to decide whether to go this way, that way, or the other way. So an example of this would be, as far as treatment is concerned, he's at the crossroads now. On the straight and narrow. This means to live in a morally proper way without deviating from the right way. And you can see in the picture there's a straight, narrow path, and the person's walking along this path and doesn't go to the right where there might be danger or the left where there might be danger. So an example would be, he used to be a heavy drinker, but he's on the straight and narrow now. A middle of the road attitude. This means a moderate view. It's neither very liberal or very conservative. And it has the idea of being a balanced view. And you can see on the picture, a woman is on the boardwalk, and she's trying to be in the middle, balancing herself, so she's neither too radical in her views, nor is she too conservative in her views. An example, she's not radical in her views, they are definitely middle of the road opinions. A one-way street. For example, the relationship is a one-way street. And this is where only one side of the relationship, one person, benefits from the arrangement. Take the moral high ground, or you might see it as claim the moral high ground. This means to think or say that you are morally better than another person. As a vegan, she often takes the moral high ground in a discussion about animal rights. A roadmap. This means a plan for a successful outcome. And you might have heard this more recently, talking about the plans that governments make after the recent pandemic. So the government will set out a roadmap for health services after the COVID-19 pandemic. To put the brakes on. This means to stop or slow a process. The scientists put the brakes on the drug trial after reading the preliminary results. To get some mileage out of something. This means get sufficient use out of something. Let's hope we can get some mileage out of the new program, as it was quite costly to implement. To cross a bridge when you come to it. This means only worry about a problem which seems difficult to overcome when it arises. Don't worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. To have one for the road. This means to have a final alcoholic drink before leaving. He is a dangerous driver as he has a tendency to have one for the road before he gets into his car. Full steam ahead. This describes doing something with a lot of enthusiasm or without restriction. The trials have been given approval, so it's full steam ahead now. And now, as you read health articles or listen to podcasts, see if you can pick up any of the idioms we looked at today.